Yes. Hello, recording in progress, apparently. I'm going to attempt to do several things at once, which may be disastrous, but we'll see. So I'm starting off with kitty cakes, which I need for this Tuesday. In the meantime, I'm preparing another dish, which we're going to do another day. So I'm being super duper clever, which probably will go disastrously wrong. But some of the things you just don't need me to see, so I'm kind of amalgamating them all, probably. So kitty cakes are named after my mum. Her name was Kitty. And you can get them in various places called by various names, but we call them kitty cakes. And I'd like you to call them kitty cakes because my mum was great and she'd be so, pleased, I suppose. I'm doing this and she'd probably be muscling in saying, oh, you want to do this. So the first thing you need to do is line a tin, or is like your oven. First thing you need to do is light your oven, which I haven't done. So light the oven behind me, and you want a Swiss roll tin of some sort. Now mine are terribly old, terribly grim, which is why they're always lined anyway. And they were originally, believe it or not, toffee tins from somewhere or other, which my mum and I had half a dozen of. So you line this with foil with the shiny side of the foil down. Okay, that's important. So it's reflecting the heat back. So that's the first thing to do, is to line your tin with foil. Let's hope she's got some foil. I'm finding the foil. And that's the first thing to do. I need to get my camera ready, don't I? I'm got full stop. I'll go and get my camera and I will return anon. Right, recording is in progress. So I'm going to put the shiny side down. That makes sure it reflects. My nails, I say unfortunately, I'm delighted my nails have grown a bit, but they're a bit long for this. I have to use my fingers. You don't obviously want any holes in the foil. And push the foil into the corners like this. Make it as smooth as you can get it. Crunch it down the outside. That's the first thing. Okay. Make sure you have room for this somewhere in your fridge, because that's what you're going to do next. You're going to, well, no, nearly next. So then you're going to melt this chocolate. I've got 7 ounces, half milk, half plain, as I said, because that's how I prefer it. You can have all plain. I wouldn't have all milk, it's a bit sweet, but all plain if you like. See, I don't like plain chocolate, but this calls for plain chocolate, really. So I have half and half. And then everybody's happy. So you're going to melt that chocolate, and you don't need to see me melt chocolate. So I'm not going to film that bit. Now to melt that, obviously in the microwave, I didn't use a hand. That took 2 minutes 40 seconds in my microwave to melt. So melted chocolate and tin. Tin. So you're going to pour the chocolate into the tin like so. I make no apologies for how sweet this is. You only have a little bit at a time. It is very sweet, but it is, of course, gluten-free. So, you know, you win some, you gain some. What can I say? I can't please everybody. I'm trying to please some of you some of the time. One gluten-free, very gooey, very sweet and lovely cake. So you pour it right across the thing. Oh, it's my hard-boiled eggs hard-boiled. We'll ignore those for a moment. They won't hurt during another little while. And when you've covered the whole of the base like that, oh look, there's a little hard bit there. What a nuisance. You put it in the fridge to set. Notice I'm still using my secret knife and he still hasn't found it. It's very exciting. So that's it. That goes in the fridge until it is set. Meanwhile, I take my eggs off the boil. Oh, Lord. I've done a really stupid thing. I've pressed pause when I meant to press play and play when I should have pressed pause. Oh, it's really annoying. So, you haven't seen me do this. What I've done is I've chopped the cherries in half. I'm so cross. I've chopped the cherries in half. I've beaten the eggs and the sugar until they've come out really fluffy. And then I've folded in the coconut and the cherries. And I'm going to spread this over my chocolate. And I just said, if you're in a hurry, you can always pop the chocolate in the freezer part of your fridge or in your freezer, just to hurry it up on the old setting front. But I said, I'll go and get my chocolate. And then I realized you were on pause. So I'm so sorry, I'm being rubbish today. Right, hopefully I haven't ruined this forever for you, but here is my set chocolate. And I'm going to just pour this over the top. And spread it out. Spread it right into the corners. You can, of course, use other things. You could use dried cranberries, you could use dried apricots, or a combination of any one of those. You could use raisins, sultanas, whatever you like, but my mum always used cherries. It's entirely up to you. I've never made it with anything else, but it does occur to me. I mean, actually couldn't get dried cranberries when we were making this back in the day, but there it is. Get a spatula, get the last little glorious bits in. Sorry, there's a lead from the camera in the way. Just spotted that. Get it out of the way. Down the back of my teacup. There we are. So that's now going into the oven at gas mark 3. I had to look it up. 160. I got it at. I'm going to put it on the top. 160. And I know, yes, I know there's chocolate on the bottom. And how does it work? I don't know, but it does. Just trust me. You need it in the oven for 20 minutes. So I'll set my timer for 20 minutes. And I will see you then. I'm going to put you on pause now. And to be efficient. Right, 20 minutes later, just under 20 minutes actually, because I did put it at the top of the oven. Here it is, golden brown. Can you see how, I don't know if you can see how golden brown it is. Oh, great.
Oh, shit. Oh.
Right, Bob's just knocked my camera into the cake, ruining it, but you saw it, I guess. So yes, so there we are, golden brown with a dent in the middle. So you can see, I hope you can see the colour a bit better now because I put the light on. So it's golden brown and it has a large hole in the middle. But now you need to leave it to cool completely, obviously, because the chocolate has got to set again, which is underneath. Now, when it's set, you need to cut it carefully. And the foil will stick to it. You can peel the foil off. I cut this into 24 pieces. So 8 across this way and 3 that way, which gives you 24 quite nice sized pieces. So if I mark it for you, with a magic knife, I can't believe he's done that. So I would cut it in half there and half there and then half there. And there, and there. He's going to eat that bit, obviously. That's Bob's piece, and like that. And then in 3 this way, 3 like that. Then you've got 24 reasonable sized pieces. You're only missing 2, really, 3 that are completely ruined. But when it's completely and utterly cold, and that is my delicious kitty cakes. Bob, say sorry to the people. Say sorry to the people.
Sorry, people.
Hold on, I'm going to make you embarrass yourself. Right.
Oops.
Oops, that's the best it can do. Anyway, that's the cake. don't let anyone throw anything on it when it's cooling, is my advice to you. Leave it to cool completely, cut it up, eat it, delicious. Okay, I'll see you with my next recipe when I've locked Bob in another room. Bye-bye.